What's going on, everybody? This is Jen catching you on DTWJ, representing NJ all day, and I just wanted to do another update on my grieving. Obviously, things have changed. Yeah, I've been able to, take a shower, but I felt like taking a bath, just to kind of treat myself. Um, Fixed it up with all kinds of, salts, oils, bubbles, everything. Like, I just went all out, ridiculous all out. And I'm just so glad that I did. Today is technically Tuesday at 3:39 in the morning. Yay! It is March the 3rd, and I've decided to make things better, okay, against everything that I'm feeling. I know that I cannot deny any stages that I may or may not be going through during my grieving process, but I also realize that I am not going to attract negative energy to me, no matter what person, shape, form it chooses to come in to me. Um, I choose not to do it. Okay, this is the first time that I've mourned anybody's death without drinking. I'm going to be honest. I'm sure that I've mentioned this before, but I will mention it again. This is actually the first time that I've done that. And instead of drinking, this is actually my second French press pot of black tea. No, it's not coffee. I know it looks like coffee, but it's really not. It's actually black tea. I read something somewhere on Facebook that generalizes the idea of replacing something negative with something positive, right? Replace complaining with something that you're grateful for, etc., etc. And one of the replacements was, and specifically it said, replace alcohol with tea. I used to think that drinking soda, because of its carbonation and the satisfaction that it gave me, would replace, the idea of like drinking beer anytime that I felt stressed out or felt the need to relax, as it were. You can't really relax um, at all, to be honest. Okay, temporarily it may numb you, and because of the numbness, it may make you feel relaxed, but it really does not relax you whatsoever. Not as efficiently as anything like tea would. So, yes, got some gas happening. I've been treating my body right. I've been eating. I've been taking care of myself. I took a nice bubble bath, and I feel really good right now. Let's see. Yeah, instead of drinking beer, I'm drinking tea. So that's actually been quite helpful to me. That rhymed. Yay. I'm not fully recovered, like I said. I'm still grieving, and I'm going to grieve for as long as I need to. But I am taking positive steps toward taking care of myself, so that I can grieve properly. I know this is not, something that's easy for everybody to do, since, like, I'm sitting up here as somebody who would go what seems to be the easy route every time that I would grieve somebody's death or some other form of loss. I've had things like that happen to me along my life, as everybody else has. But this time around, I'm choosing to deal with it differently, and I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. I just know that I just know that my body's healthy. I physically feel healthy. Emotionally, I feel a little bit healthier because I'm able to express my grief, and I'm also able to keep my mind balanced, so that I can focus on the things that I need to focus on. I just got myself back to work. Technically yesterday, excuse me. It was technically yesterday. I just started to work. I worked on a few things on Sunday, but like nothing too serious. But technically yesterday, last night, around 7 o'clock at night, I just started getting into it, pounding at it, because I cannot go without working. I just can't. Some people can afford to take that kind of time off. You know, sometimes like with a job, you can request like a paid sick leave of some sort, or a grieving leave, or something like bereavement leave. Yeah. But I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. Um, so be that as it may, and I'm on the path that I am, I realize that I cannot take too much time out or too much time off, so that I can grieve. Although I am doing my best to grieve as properly as I can. This entire week it's going to be snowing in this area, in North New Jersey. It's going to suck. I'm not happy about it, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not very happy about it at all. I would like to be able to step outside and just, walk freely instead of having to trudge it through the snow. But there is one upside to it. I can take my camera with me and take as many photos as I possibly can of beautiful scenery um, at any hour, which is good. Whether, it's daytime or nighttime, so I could get all different types of shots. That's going to be pretty remarkable, I think. So yeah, I'm going to have to, if I could just grab one to show you. These are cute, you guys. So I have to wear these boots, right? Aren't they adorable? They got those little kiss marks on them and everything. Why they're upside down, I don't know. That is odd. And you can actually see like little traces of rock salt and whatnot on them. It's been a crazy winter for us. Yeah. So, I mean, like, we've had like feet on feet on feet of snow. We already have, I think, at least 3 feet now of snow, and it's gonna keep snowing throughout the entire week. Yeah, so I'm gonna be dealing with that as best I can instead of staying inside um, and grieving that way. Since I'm able-bodied enough to, because I've been taking my vitamins and eating a lot, um, I could trudge it through the snow and I could take photos. It's something that'll get my mind focused on something beautiful. And I know that, the snow and ice can look very beautiful, if you capture it the right way. It can look incredible. Um, so I do plan on doing that, and I think that that would help me. Yeah, I haven't cried all day. I haven't cried all day. Yay! I have not cried all day. I'm so freaking happy, you guys. I really am. I have not cried all day. So, yay. Cool, that's a step up. Actually, while I was working earlier, because I came across something that was ridiculous, I just could not stop laughing. It was like the first time that I was actually able to genuinely laugh in days. And I was like, wow, what a relief. Like, I literally stopped in the middle of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually laughing. This is great. I'm surprised. Because, usually, like, when you're going through something really tough, you kind of have that wry laugh about you, like, yeah, this is what's going on. I tend to do that, because I could be a sarcastic bitch. But this is not the time to do it right now. I need to heal. So, what I'm doing is I'm healing on my own time. I'm doing everything naturally. Yeah, without substances. Instead of soda, I'm drinking tea. I haven't touched coffee either. I don't want um, like the caffeinated high, because I don't think that would help me right now. I've been taking a lot of vitamins, and I've been able to eat a pretty damn good nutrient-rich diet. I'm so fucking happy about that. You guys don't know. I need to start treating my body right. Now, will I still drink? Abso-freaking-lutely. Just not as often, or just not as much or whatever. Yeah. And make a promise to myself that, I should do it, to enjoy it, to actually enjoy it. If the beer tastes crappy, why am I gonna sit here and have that just because it costs less? I'm not really happy. Why am I going to spend money on something that I think is going to make me happy, but it's only really going to numb me, when I could be putting that money towards something else? Actually, the money that I do make, half of it I reinvest in what I'm doing right now. I'll give you guys the skinny on that later since I'm back to work. That feels good. I'm back to work. Yay. Yeah, so I'll give you guys the skinny on that later. I don't know how much later it's going to be, but it's going to be later. All right. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, it's been good though. I have to again thank my friends and everybody who's been commenting so far for all the support and kindness. It's been very helpful. The conversations, excuse me, oh my God, that I've been having have been very helpful to me. At one point on Facebook, I was bantering back and forth with my friend Jaws, because you know he likes to spit like an MC. I like to write poetry, so I like to kind of like banter with people like that because um, you know, Mackinac is basically a form of poetry. It is. It's just a different, more shortcut um, form of poetry, riddled with what do you call it, slang, which, you know, most people won't understand. You have to kind of read it or listen to it for a while to understand it. It's like a completely different language. And I can appreciate it for what it is. That's why I like, you know, people who are creative that put things like that, you know, on their walls on Facebook, because I can actually bounce back off of that and we could just go back and forth. And I love the shit out of that because it picks me up. It makes me feel good. And yeah, even if it's not exactly about sunshine and rainbows, it's still something that I'm engaging in and engaging my mind in so that I can pick myself back up, which is always in itself a positive thing. It doesn't always necessarily have to be the ideal sense of what positive is. As long as it's constructive, it's positive. That's just my viewpoint on it. Yeah. Oh, the other day, actually, no, it was yesterday, I had some kid that, like, I literally just met, like, maybe last month or something. Um, he was messaging me and saying to me, I thought you were a positive person. I am a positive person because the majority of what I do is constructive. That's my view on what positive is. Sometimes, you know, people feel the need to make positivity a certain thing or living in a certain way, when in fact, it's becoming a negativity, I believe. Because at one point or another, you end up negating yourself, which is, in simplest terms, arguing with yourself. It's true. You end up arguing with yourself, your own thoughts, your own beliefs, which is good if and healthy if you want to challenge yourself to grow. Um, Not everything that is argumentative or is a negative statement or question is altogether negative. It could lead to something constructive, which is positive, and that is growth. But most people take that ideology and just start arguing with themselves too much, to the point where they argue with everybody around them and start saying, well, I thought that you were this and I thought that you were that. Buddy, I am not your mirror. Back up. Okay? Yes, I'm clean, and I'm sure that you can see your reflection in me, which is why you're talking to me, which is why you're connecting with me. But understand, I am not you. So I apologize if I may come across a certain way in your eyes, and that may, or you have allowed that to fool you. But do understand, I am not going to apologize for being the true person that I am. I never will. Okay? What may seem positive to one person may seem negative to another person. It's all about perspective. And you perceive things a certain way because that's how you view yourself. I am not to be at fault for that. I'm sorry. I have to control myself. I can't be going around controlling every single person that I talk to with my ideologies or my prophecies or what do you call it? The things that I may be or may not be doctrined with. I don't go around and do that to people. So I don't expect to be treated that way. Will I be treated that way by some people? Of course. Will I accept it? No. Are you kidding? That's just not reality. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. This ain't a waste station over here. I'm not taking that box. All right? That's it. If that seemed negative to you, that's probably because you hold something in yourself that is making that negative to you. If it was positive to you, or it was some kind of constructive message, it's probably because you can empathize with me, or at least sympathize with the idea that letting go of things that you cannot control is a positive thing. That it can, in fact, be constructive. Something constructive that you could do with your life in order to lighten your load. And that's how it goes. Anyway, guys, this has been Jen catching you on DTWJ. Keep it real as always. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Take care now.